Right, I do believe we are live. So those of you which are on the live version, please let me know if you can hear the audio okay. Do have a little green bar up there this morning. So a very good morning. I am awake, which has kind of surprised me a little bit, to say the least. Right, good morning. Welcome to today's RC Coffee Chat. Welcome aboard to you. What have we got on the topics for today? Now, you're going to have to excuse me. These are 5 very rough topics because I only got up about 20 minutes ago, to be brutally honest with you. So topic number 1 is WTF. We will get to that in a moment. Lee's comment in the Facebook group, and thank you, Ref, as well. Chris's misses, we will get to in a moment. That was absolutely stunning. Nuts were ragged. Andre's very special landing. And topic number 5 is AWOL. So to give you a heads up to this morning is going to be kind of a quick one, to say the least. You'll find out in topic number 5 why it's going to be a quick one. So with that said, let's move into topic number 1, which is WTF, which is what? And who posted this in the Facebook group? It was James, and I haven't seen this before, but what on earth is that? That's kind of taking modelling to maybe a little bit more of a serious level. Well, we're a price ticket, 500 and something quid. That is of a whole new level, to say the least. What on earth? This is full-blown avionics. You've got a cockpit on the flight line. Absolutely crazy. I've not seen one of those before. And then I was looking in the post in the Facebook group, and then Jeff popped in. He's got 2 links to 2 videos there. In fact, those of you in the Facebook group, just go and look it up. Just look up. In fact, I'll stick it in the chat for you. Will that work? No, it adds the great big Facebook link, so I won't be putting that in there. Have a look up in the Facebook group. Absolutely crazy. And Jeff has been and got 2 videos on it. I assume that he's been using it, which is going to be rather weird, actually using a joystick and a throttle stick on the flight line. How peculiar is that? That's crazy. Yes, Riv. Wow, that's extreme. It really is extreme. It's not somewhere where, for me, it's not the flying piece as like it is just having fun for me, and that is kind of a whole new league. So I was really surprised by that. It's probably been around for years, but first time I've ever seen that, and I was quite surprised, to be honest. So that's why it was labelled WTF, because what the fuck, you know? Crazy. Topic number 2 was Lee's comment in the Facebook group, and I'm actually going to pause to read this one out, because this kind of summarises my whole view on RC modelling, which is that it is just a laugh, and who cares if you stuff something? And it seems like a very similar history to my own. So this is from Lee. Just want to say hi to everyone. Thanks for letting me join the group. I self-taught myself to fly after watching Sir Bruce on the good old AXN, which has now got so much hot glue. I have another one ready to sweep over the electronics. Yeah, that was the same thing. It was Bruce chucking those AXNs around, doing figures of 8s with them on the New Zealand flight line. Which helped me get into this hobby, and of course many other channels as well. Andrew Newton being a big one, seeing Jeff 7 Demo 7 chucking around models as well, just seeing the variety of models which are out there, and a collection of other YouTube channels as well. For a deluxe chair, absolutely. And good morning, by the way, Austin, in the background. And then Lee goes on to mention, I have a collection of other planes and gliders, Gentle Lady, Freewing CTLS, which I'm not too sure, which I trashed on the Maiden. Well done, Lee. Well done. No photos yet of that Maiden. The Hobby King Walrus, the ASW28, the Avios Hawker Seaferry Warbird, which is still sitting in the box because I'm too scared to fly it. And my challenge is to start flying FPV this year alone with my 9-year-old son. Anyway, thanks for... again, looking forward to soaking up all your knowledge and to help me. Yeah, absolutely. This is great fun, whether it's by yourself, with your mates, or with your little ones. That's what the hobby is about. It's just having a bit of fun in it. I know what it's like to have a model in a box which I'm a bit scared to fly. But the thing is it's foam. It needs to be flown. And Lee, just from my point of view, is that when I felt it was time for me to be able to fly, like a model like the EFXtra, for example, which is a very challenging model because of the speed of it, is that I found I couldn't get my hands on one. So we spent like a month rattling Hobby King, like, come on, get them out, you know, so we could get one. So yeah, when they turned up, I was super excited. So Jeff, to look at your comments here in the background, Kev says, I love my XN so much I've bought one for free flying mates, ready for combat. And you've seen the state of the AXNs which have been posted. What was it, Caders yesterday? Absolute mess. And honestly, a bit of hot glue and it'll fly again. I do swear blind, you could fill one with cement and it would still fly. They're absolutely crazy models. And Riff, Gentle Lady is old school. I bet it is. I don't even know what that one looks like, but just by its name, I'm guessing it's probably a decent sized glider and probably pretty relaxing, to say the least. Now, with that said, let's jump across to Shout Out Corner. So a very good morning to Riff, to Kev, to Anthony, to Lee, to Austin, to BMX, to scrolling up, to Matt as well. Good morning. And good morning, Kev, and good morning, Andy, as well. A very, very good morning. And Riff just put in there, yeah, my first balsa kit. Yeah, the, what was it? The, Great Plains Spirit was the balsa model which me and my dad built when I was a little one. And it's still here. I still got it, believe it or not. It's in a right, well, it was in a right mess. It's been repaired ad hoc, but it's will be flyable, put it that way. So yeah, Lee's comment. Yeah, Lee, just go and have fun, you know. And if you stuff one in, laugh it off. It's only foam or a bit of wood. Get the phone out, take a photograph, stick it in the Facebook group, and just laugh about it. That's the only thing which we can do. And good morning, Dav, by the way, too. So Dav, I've not seen you in the group before, in the chat before. So welcome aboard, sir. So my point being, it's only a bit of foam. If you stuff it in, don't lose sleep over it. Take a photograph of it, share it with the group, and then we'll all laugh it off together, you know? So what if it's foam stone? Topic number 3 is Chris's Misses, where is it? Oh, please say I've got this on one of the tabs. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Which my missus was this artistic. Really jealous. Look at that. What was the opening comment on there? I haven't got any artistic ability. So Chris, I join you with that one. Luckily, I am married to a brilliant artist. She last night she ran out of canvases to paint on. I left the Z84 on a Sharpie laying around, and this is what happened. And wow, in short, and excuse me while I just go and click like on these. They are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Again, we've seen Jeff do the same thing with the Wombat build as well, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. Look at the time and the attention which has gone in there. I just don't personally have the ability. I'm graphically challenged, to put it that way, and you'll have to excuse me when I go through and press like on them all. Absolutely fantastic. So well done, Chris's Misses. In short, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Good morning, Joe, as well. Yeah, and Austin says my first plane was an AXN. Yeah, brilliant model. And BMX says my first plane was in Vision Air, and stuck to the nose on the AXN. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, Chris's model, absolutely fantastic. And the next topic were actually I just need to scroll up for that one. I'm not entirely sure which model that was, but well done, Andre, on performing the vertical landing. In there. That's by the way, that is a lot of elastic bands holding that wing on. I don't know if everybody else has noticed that, but that took great amount of skill. So nuts were ragged by the looks of it on that day. Yeah, I'll give you maybe about a 9.6 from the voters box because you've left a little bit of splash on the side, and I would have given you a slightly higher score if there was less splash out of snow. But definitely worth a 9.6 out of 10 for your landing in there. And good morning, Johnny, as well. Just seeing a new name pop up in there. Oh, it all goes downhill really quickly. Well done, Kev. Kev says, does Chris's missus mean we have a white viewer's wife section? That goes downhill really, really quickly. And Wolfgang, a very good morning. So, Johnny, I will ping you in the background in a few minutes' time. I'm curious to see if you've got the mini Draks yet. And the other one, Johnny, just a question for you specifically. Did I see a black mini Drak? Did I see that wrong in one of the photographs? I don't know. They were all silver, and then I saw a black one in one of the photographs. That looked cool. Happy days indeed. So, moving on to the last topic for today's RC Coffee Chat, and today's RC Coffee Chat will be a quick one. I've got a collection of things to do today. Now, this is where I'm going to go slightly off topic into the real world. Normally, it's something which I try and keep away for these RC Coffee Chats, but in short, I am away for the weekend. I am not going to be around. I'm going to be pretty much unplugged for the most part of it. I do have a collection of things which are bugging me personally. No, YouTube related and not RC related at all, I hasten to add. Just the real life stuff which is interfering with my modelling side, which frankly I'm so glad that I found a hobby which I personally enjoy so much. But there's a few real world things which I need to sleep for quite a while, if that makes sense. It's one of my ways of handling things. Unfortunately, I've had to do some very awkward things this week. I've had to let 3 web developers go from the team. And there's some other challenges which I have with both businesses which I run as well. We are going through times of change. And I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring for either of the businesses, and also other plans which we have too. So I really do need to refocus and spend some time and effort and energy on those businesses because frankly they deserve it. So I'm going off the grid for 2 days. I won't be around, so those of you which are in the Facebook group, have fun. Those of you which are out flying this weekend, have fun as well. But unfortunately, there will be no RC Coffee Chat tomorrow, and there won't be an RC Coffee Chat on Saturday either. I'm very lucky, as the wife's been and booked us a hotel, not actually too far from Bristol, which is really, really nice. And Granny is offered to look after the girls while we're away as well. So Gonna have a bit of time to myself. Let's have a quick look what's going on in the chat. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Johnny, I'll ping you in the background. That was an early CAD drawing when they were in black. Absolutely. And Lawrence is a mini SkyMunter. Yeah, was it Joe? Oh, sorry, apologies. Oh no, it was Joe with the micro SkyMunter. Absolutely brilliant. And Kev, you're absolutely right. Everybody needs a Control-Alt-Delete every now and again. So I will be AWOL for the next couple of days. So please fight amongst yourselves in the Facebook group. I am expecting to see plenty of carnage from the weekend, because it is the weekend coming up very shortly. And I will be back with you on Monday. So thank you. In short, it's time for me to, the BMX, the real world happens once in a while. So Joanne says, but tomorrow is Saturday. Yes. What day are we on? I think we're on Friday today. So yeah, Saturday morning there'll be no RC Coffee Chat. Sunday morning there will also be no RC Coffee Chat. I assume that there will be an RC Coffee Chat on Monday morning. But like I said, I've got a whole collection of things to sort out and try and plan an action over the weekend. So goodness knows what's going to happen on the opposite side of this weekend. Who knows? Who knows, indeed. So it's time for me to go. Thank you ever so much for joining me for today's RC Coffee Chat. If you are out flying this weekend, need photos. Give me some eye candy for the when I come back. Let me know what you've had happen, whether it be good or not so ideal as that. That's probably the best way of phrasing it, indeed. That's the point, actually. Thank you, Johnny, for pointing that one out. Let's have a quick look. We're going to grab this. The guys over at Team Legit, YouTube. I'm going to bring this up. I'll get there eventually. Team Legit. Team Legit have been doing a podcast, and I hope they've gotten there. Click on the right link. There we go. And I will put this in the video description later this morning for you, and I'll get a link across and stuff it in the chat as well. There we go. There's a link to it. They've done their first podcast, so it's, I believe it was the whole team as well. So I haven't had a chance to listen into that yet. As you can see, with just on my screen, I haven't been and followed up on a couple of these. Like I said, I'm running behind on quite a few things. One of those is channels which I'm subscribed to. So go and have. You can't see it because my head's in the way. I'm going to turn the chat off. That one there. The one with the orange ring on it. Go and have a listen to that. Looks like fun. I've only listened to the first couple of minutes, so maybe that's something which you want to tune in to over the weekend. Anyway, on that note, it's time for me to go. If you're out flying today, have fun. If you're out flying on the weekend, I need photos. Stick them in the FaceBalls group. And on that note, from myself, Matt, thank you ever so much for joining me for today's RC Coffee Chat, and I shall see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Cheerios!